This shirt, well, dress, just is not wanting to cooperate. Hi though, Libra, and welcome to your mid-month reading. I hope everybody's birthday thus far has been of enjoyment, and you know that anything that you have wished upon a star for, that you have been able to realize and or touch the things that you have wanted. But if not, just the seeds that you've planted, that they have started to break ground, and that you have evidence that the things that you have been sowing, that you've sown in fertile ground at the very least. You know what I mean? So I really hope that everything has been going well. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. I am still doing the what the actual fuck spread for the mid-monthlies. If you're unfamiliar, I will leave the link for the video that I did for the month of September so you have an idea of what the layout is and what the picture looks like. So let's get into your reading. As far as the signifying energy coming into the mid-month, you may already be feeling this or will feel this Knight of Wands energy. And as far as the cruce of what hounds you, what is keeping you bound at this time, what came out was the World card. Now, what is real about the situation or an experience that you're going through, we have the Queen of Pentacles. But what is false about or wrong about what it is that you're going through, you have the High Priestess that wanted to be clarified with the King of Cups. Now, where you need more information, Libra, what came out, you have the Ace of Wands. And what you can do to overcome these energies by the end of the month, you have the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, your energy is still around you. The Justice card was here. Okay. But just taking it from the top, I feel like some of you guys are really spiraling out of control. And sorry if it's not focused. But yeah, I'm getting a sense that somebody is spiraling out of control. Some idea or thought form is spiraling out of control. Like you just don't have it together here, because the World card is on top of this Knight of Wands energy, which by itself is already an inconsistent card. You know, it's very quick, fast, inspired, creative, passionate energy, but it's not long lasting. It can also be a card of somebody, because knights are typically younger than, you know, the queens and or the kings, and so it can be somebody that is in your external environment. If this is not you yourself, this can be somebody that you're dealing with as far as a business partnership is concerned, platonic, familial relationship is concerned, or a romantic partner, right? This can be vice versa energy. But it can be somebody that is younger than you or very young spirited and wanting to act out of character. You know, this is somebody that will throw a temper tantrum when things don't go their way. So is this you, and is that what is happening at this point in your life? And if so, we need to check in, because what is real about the situation, you do have the Queen of Pentacles that is here. This is somebody that does have power. So you do have to understand that, you know, you are a self-sufficient individual, that you do have control over the things that you are manifesting. And again, the seeds that you have planted, what is breaking down, or what is breaking ground, and what you can be harvesting at this time. I'm recording this video on the 7th. I do know that the new moon is on the 8th, which is tomorrow. So hopefully by the time you watch this video, you did your new moon manifestations. That can be what is wrong about the situation. You don't necessarily know what to ask for. You're not tapping into your emotions and the depth of your emotions and what you're feeling, or the lack of the things that you feel that you have in your life, so that you can write down what it is that you truly need to be successful by your own definition, right? Because this is also by definition of things, one's values, one's morals, one's understanding. This can be very personality based as well. But if you feel like you lack things, which I don't know why you do, because you again have this here, then it's time for you to write things down so that you can more clearly see the vision for the things that you want to manifest in your life, the trajectory that you want your life to head in. Because I feel like, again, you are misguided here at the top, or somebody is. I'm hearing lost in the sauce. So for whatever reason, I need you guys to just be very honest with yourself here with this Queen of Pentacles, maybe your work, your creative endeavors aren't going that well, but what is real about the situation is that you need to learn how to like celebrate the small victories. Do you know what I'm saying? That can be what is causing you to want to just spiral out of control, because things aren't growing as fast as you want them to. But you can't plant a seed and expect the tree to be there in your backyard when you wake up tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying? Just be grateful for the fact that your creative endeavor, if this is creative work and not like you working a 9 to 5, just be proud of the fact that you are starting to see, what is that called? Positive reactions to the work that you've put out, right? That you are still building on your reputation. Depending on how long you've been doing whatever this is, you can definitely compare yourself to then and where you are now, you know? So I feel like by the end of the month, definitely what you need to work on is having more gratitude for what has come into your life and the things that you've asked for, the things that you've prayed for that maybe you have forgotten about. You know, just be grateful for where you are in the present moment and focus on the quality of the work that you are doing more than the quantity, as far as having that validation or needing to be validated all the time, because that might be where you need more information, where you have to check in with yourself, because the ace does correspond to the first house in a zodiac chart, right? Ace is 1. 1 is all about independence, and because this is here, it can correlate to a fire sign that you might be dealing with or might be at odds with. But you have to understand their way of going about really the world at large up here, right? I'm an Aries by Western astrology, and a lot of people tend to say that I am selfish because of the way that I look after myself. But you have to think, if you aren't taking care of yourself, you really can't be of service to other people, which is also what the 6th house talks about in astrology, right? The number 6 and the 6 of Pentacles, it's Virgo's natural ruling house. They are all about figuring out ways to be of service, to give back to the community, right? They get the bigger picture a lot better than a lot of other people do. But with this Ace of Wands that is here and relates to your first house, you just need to take another look at your public image. Maybe that needs to change for you to have more success in your work. You know, take a look at how unique you are. Accept and embrace how unique you are, what your sound is. That's what I'm hearing. So whatever you do, if you are dealing with music, just embrace the fact that there is something that is very individual to you in the midst of something that is so general. If we're talking about music, do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that the business is oversaturated, but that is like where you have your chance to shine as far as being an individual is concerned, right? As far as the image that you want to come across to people, as far as the genre that you choose to go into, the way that you play with the different tones and the different instruments, you know, that can be very unique to you. I just feel like a lot of the times fire signs and Aries do get a lot of flack for being like vain and again selfish, but it's like, at what point do you stop being there for everybody else and investing and putting energy into everybody else and start doing it for yourself, you know, so that you can also be where you put a lot of people on a pedestal, you know? So I just want you guys to just take a very good look at that. Just be proud of the fact that there is growth, because that is what is real here. And by the end of the month, there is opportunity here, because this is a positive omen. Now, if things haven't been going very well in a corporate setting, then I feel like now is not the time for you to doubt your capabilities. Now is not the time for you to second guess yourself, because this can be about confidence, right? This can be negative, although it didn't come up in the reverse. If you're having issues with your self-esteem and whether or not you would be able to find something that is better suited for you, now's not the time to get in your head about that. Again, you know, I don't know if this came up in your video, but there was a video that I've done already, and I spoke about that quote where it's like, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, it's that we are more powerful beyond measure. Tap into this energy as well. Be more open to being receptive and allowing things to just naturally gravitate towards you. Again, what you want wants you. What you want has your own unique energetic signature to it. So I feel like the law of attraction, if you're unfamiliar, it works like a boomerang. Okay, you say, hey, I want to work on this aspect of my physical health, or hey, let's manifest a house. Okay, by 2019, I would like to be in my own house. Boom, boomerang sets out. It goes out into the universe. Okay, now the universe approves of that message, and the boomerang is starting to come back to you. Now, what happens though, because it's going to have to do a little bit of traveling to get back to you depending on how far it had to go. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, that space in between time is when you are being prepared for this boomerang, this manifestation, this house to come back to you. Okay, what do you have to do? You have to get your finances in check. Are you delinquent as far as paying back on any credit that you owe? Like, what is your debt to income ratio? Is it high? Is it low? You might need to work on that. You might have to pay off some medical bills in order to be able to get this house that you so want. Do you have enough money saved up so that you can put the down payment that is required and any closing costs that might be required down so that you can get this house? If not, that's why it's taking a while. It's giving you the opportunity to get all that you need to have it, so that when it's time to be ready for it, you're not still being prepared for it. So there's going to be a little bit of a delay there, but just know that it is coming to you. But the delays is because, you know, the boomerang is getting caught up in some trees in the forest, and the forest or the trees are really what you have to personally overcome as a person, any character development that you have to do for the thing that you want. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that example makes sense, because it felt lit when I thought of it. So hopefully I expressed that clearly. So I just feel like what's wrong about the situation is you're not honoring all the work that is going on behind the scenes. I feel like a lot of you guys are in your feelings when you don't need to be in your feelings right now. Okay? Or you're not acknowledging what your feelings are. They are suppressed. Somebody else, if you're dealing on a personal level with somebody else, they're suppressing their emotions, not really being expressive, not being vulnerable, okay, not accepting the way that they feel. So it can go either way. But again, where you need more information, it's just this: no matter what comes or what goes, just be solid with yourself. First house, individuality, okay? Being okay with standing alone, being okay with standing in your power and still building in the meantime, and not letting these things knock you off focus, because I feel like that is the case for some of you guys, okay? Again, at the end of the month, very least that you can do is just be grateful. And again, write down what it is that you want to see next, any goals that you're trying to accomplish next, and then take the incremental steps that you need to get yourself there. In a relationship, the Six of Pentacles talks about making sure that nobody is subservient to the other in the relationship. So make sure you are on even playing fields. I know that it can be hard when somebody is like the breadwinner, because that's kind of what I'm getting with the Six of Pentacles card. So don't treat somebody like they're your child and you're giving them allowances if you're trying to help them get off of their feet, and or needing to invest in them to help them in some way, because that is kind of what the Six of Pentacles can talk about. If it's not you accepting a loan or just getting positive recognition in the workplace, or just an abundance or overflow of money, because that is on the table for some of you, then it can be the fact that there is an imbalance as far as the level of respect that you have for the person that you're in a relationship with. So you need to work on that by the end of the month, okay? So yeah, there's no need to spiral. It's all love. You just have to see it that way, okay? So that's what I have for you guys. As far as your chakras are concerned, your root chakra is underactive, your sacral chakra is underactive, and your heart chakra is underactive. But heed your own intuition, so just make sure your third eye and crown are in alignment above all else. At this time, if you would like a private reading, do hit me up in my email that I will leave in the description box below. But give me that good old thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.